You are given a machine that can tell you anything, and the answer will always be the exact truth. What is the first thing you ask it? What stock will increase the most in next 7 years? This man's got his head in the game. Will I die lonely, or will I one day find the one? Why are like half the comments in this post about people being lonely and thinking nobody loves them? You mean to tell me that there are people who don't feel this way? Is my junk really big, or are they saying that just for my ego? Would people please stop referring to their privates as junk? I mean, speak for yourself, but as a general term it needs to stop. Does my dad exist? Or, in fact, went to the store as my mom told me? What are the names of the people who are romantically attracted to me? 1. Is all of reality a simulation? 2. Am I normal? 3. Will I ever find someone who loves my weird, usually crazy self? If yes to #3, will she be a murderer, and will I be her next victim? 1. Even if it's a simulation, it's still a simulation we call reality too. No one is normal. 3. Probably, yes. How much is this going to cost? How did the universe come to be? What harm will come of my use of this device? Did the US government contribute to the realization of 9/11? Wrong question. You definitely need intentionally in there. Otherwise, one of the terrorists used a government-built road or something on the way to a meeting, and therefore the government contributed. How can we solve global warming? What are next week's lottery numbers? You get the numbers of the winning lottery ticket, so you buy 20 random tickets with some of those numbers on each. 20x the winnings, right? What do I say in my interviews that will land me a job? Since apparently whatever I'm saying now just isn't doing the trick. It could not be what you say, but how you present. Whether you keep eye contact, whether you talk with passion, you cannot sound fake or boring, whether your posture is right, etc. I think people are focusing on the machine telling you the best things to say in order to be favored, but I like to think the machine would take a moment and then spit out an answer like Cabo 02. 1. How to win the lottery. 2. What happens after death? What steps should I take to become the best person I'm capable of being while I live? Something to test if it's actually true. What program, when given an arbitrary program as input, will output true if the input program terminates, and false if it does not? How can the net entropy of the universe be decreased? What field, career, or hobby should I do that makes happy in life with money? Is it possible for us to revert the effects of global warming? If so, how? Insufficient data for a meaningful answer. When will Fortnite die, and how will Minecraft stay relevant? Is it worth it fighting to keep my relationship with my current boyfriend? Answer machine: probably no. I wish I could really ask that to a machine like that, cause I'm just torn. I feel yeah, but if you have to ask, don't you think that means you already know? Well, it means that something is wrong, but I don't know, because it seems we are both in the wrong, and I think Hope is trying to change, just as much as me. Who killed JFK? Was Oswald the only one involved? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Is there anything beyond the universe? If so, what? Probably barbed wire and a demilitarized zone. Could an omnipotent being create a stone so heavy he couldn't lift it? What's the best question to ask? If the gas station is about 2 miles away from my house and the average walking speed of a human is 3 miles per hour, then why hasn't my dad come back? The exact scientific method to safely transform people from genetically male to genetically female and genetically female to genetically male. All of the winners of the next 30 Super Bowls. I will for sure ask it if I was adopted. What people in my school actually think of me as a friend. What do animals think about Eurovision, granted that they're not utterly terrified by humans in that circus? What are the winning lotto numbers? I would ask what the easiest way for me to achieve my dream would be. Does your existence mean that everything is predestined and that there is no randomness in the universe? What will the lottery numbers be for the next 7 days? What are the numbers to this week's lottery? You are the only intellectual in this section. Why did he do that to me? I really want to know if it was stupidity, agony, manipulation, or an attempt to get power. What are the best next steps for me to take with my life? What upcoming decision has the potential to grant me the most happiness in my life? I would ask it this: are we alone? Alright then, is 9,000 a question with an answer? What will be a large trend in 5 years that nobody will see coming? For that, I could plan and execute it well. After losing to Obama, why did Hillary think she could be president when clearly America loved someone else better? Like, if you lost once, why try a second time? Has any other candidate ever run twice and win? When do I die? Not even suicidal right now anyway. I just want to know my end date. Why would you want to know that? If you were told that you are going to die next week, then you most certainly won't enjoy your last week alive very much. You'll just have this constant feeling of time running out, not knowing how to use it. I don't know if there is a term for it, and if there is, I'm really curious, but asking things like that about the future are like reading from the end of a book still being filled in with details. Things like when do I die, who do I marry, etc. Do these events happen solely because you asked, or is your knowledge about the answer what causes it? Like if it told you that you would marry and live out the rest of your life with someone, you spend all that time searching for that specific person and end up getting married. On your deathbed you're wondering, did you actually love them, or did you just convince yourself of it because you were told it would happen? Does the nice old lady at church I talk to like me? Did my mother actually commit suicide, or was she murdered? Will I ever actually be happy? Well, first EUR and HOW many guys did my ex sleep with while we were dating. EUR and HOW many girls have a crush on me. If any, then send me their numbers. EUR and HOT cute ugly. EUR and SMALL medium large. Then enough for now. Will Minecraft still hold up in the next 20 years? What am I saying? Of course. What creatures haven't humans discovered yet? I hope it categorizes them by planet with Earth to start off. I know all I need to know, so I suppose I'd ask it if I know all I need to know, just to be extra sure. You're right, it's huge. Thanks for the compliment. Can other people be aware of my thoughts? What's George Soros been up to the last 20 years? I wanna see all his records. What's the formula for a working immortality potion? Which major sports teams will win in the next 5 years? How to destroy itself? Having that kind of knowledge about the future can be deadly. Am I worth anything? Though it would probably list how much my organs are worth. What happens after we die? Is there an afterlife, reincarnation, or just nothing? How can the net entropy of the universe be massively decreased? Who will I be in a good relationship with? What's within the event horizon of a black hole? Can a set consisting of all sets contain itself? I'll ask it how to produce and manufacture more and make a new business selling them. Will my fighting be rewarded with the ability to help my close family like I dream of it too? What happens to us when we die? Will I ever be good at playing the piano? Who on earth really loves me? When I'm going, be able to hug my dog there again? Did I participate in some shady CIA experiment and had my memory wiped? 3-part question. P1, is this reality a simulation? P2, if true, who is running the simulation? P3, if true, how much time left before shutdown reboot? The instructions to gain functional immortality. Will I ever get a proton pack during my life? I would ask it if a guy actually died from learning his chair back to far and how it happened. Ask for the location of lost treasures. Blackbeard's treasure still has to be out there. You should ask what are the exact numbers or choice for any form of gambling to earn millions. How to cure cancer or prevent aging will be nice too. Why is Blueface the greatest rapper alive? Because his Smurf is the Smurfeast. Okay, here we go. The best question I could come up with. I already know the answer to many of other questions I would have, or would be regarded as reasonable questions. Who was I 3 billion standard universe lifetimes ago? Because I wanna know, even if the answer to it may be as unsatisfying as nobody. I wanna know. I wanna know the impossible. Will I find true love? Or something pertaining to marriage or something along those lines? I'm pretty shy and don't really put myself out there, so it's difficult meeting new people.